In order to start managing your customers' Office 365 tenants, you have to invite those customers into your AvePoint Online Services for Partners partner tenant. To do that, up at the top right, we click Invite New Customer. You have a couple different choices as far as customers' tenants that you can manage. In our example, we're going to choose an Office 365 customer. To do that, I click the Office 365 Global Admin tile. It prompts us to log out so that we can log back in using the proper credentials. As someone who manages your customer's Office 365 tenant, you will need to be in possession of their global administrative credentials to do anything in Office 365 and also to add that customer to your AvePoint Online Services for Partners portal. I'm going to click Yes. Then, once you reach this screen, click on Use Another Account and enter the global administrative credentials for the Office 365 customer. In this example, I'm just using the credentials from a Microsoft demo tenant. I then click Sign In. Read through the required permissions, and then down at the bottom, click Accept. AvePoint Online Services for Partners will then bring you back to this screen where you can review the information that it pulled directly from Office 365 using those credentials. You will need to also select a data center where you wish to store any data, for instance, the data generated by our cloud backup solution. Before we click Next, review to make sure that everything is filled in. You'll notice organizational name was not automatically pulled in this particular case because I'm using a demo tenant. Make sure I fill that in, and then down at the bottom, I click Next. The last step is to assign service licenses. You do not need to do that at this time. You can simply click Invite Customer and then add licenses later. However, if you know that you're going to be leveraging a particular solution for this customer, you can add it now by clicking Add a Service. In this case, I'm going to be using the Cloud Backup Service. Under a trial, we're going to leverage AvePoint's storage as opposed to bringing our own storage initially. You can always change these settings later on. Down at the bottom, I will click on Add. We can see the AvePoint Cloud Backup Service. I could add additional services if I wanted to, but that's all for now, so I'll click Invite Customer. An email is now being sent to the email address for the global credentials that you previously entered. As I mentioned earlier, you should have access to that as the administrator for your customer's Office 365 tenant. We can see that we have successfully invited the customer, so I will click on Close. We are now automatically taken to the customer directory where I can see that new customer has been entered. All customers will appear here. You can also see some information about the customer and any of the jobs that you have running for them back on the home screen as well.